beating Duke Blue Devils, but they were beaten in close games by Kansas and Kentucky. Duke is favored by 2.5 points right now. I think Auburn's the best team in the country right now. Nobody's played the schedule like they have. They're undefeated. This is going to be the game of the week or weekend, the entire week. This is the best game. As I said, the Tigers are the best team in the country. I'm pretty confident that is the case as Auburn ranks first in KenPom, including first in offense and seventh in defense. Moreover, Auburn hasn't played a schedule of cupcakes. It owns victories over Iowa State, North Carolina, and Houston. A couple of months ago, probably people didn't think that Johnny Brome would be the best player in the game, but he certainly is. The veteran forward is a front runner for the National Player of the Year, averaging 20 points, 13 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3-point blocks per game. Brome is also a different player compared even to last year. The 6'10 forward is attempting over 3.4 perimeter jumpers per game, allowing Auburn to play a jumbo lineup with Dylan Caldwell at the 5, while Brome plays the 4. He's improved his shooting. He has made himself a better basketball player. That pairing, which effectively eliminates scoring on the interior with the energy from 6'7" wing Chad Baker Mazara, gives the Tigers one of the highest defensive ceilings. So why is Auburn so much more reliable than the team that looked ripe for an upset in March's NCAA tournament? The guard play is simply much better, which leads to Auburn posting the number one offensive efficiency in college hoops. Bruce Pearl is a solid rotation of ball handlers with senior PJ Puigs and Denver Jones, while Tahad Pettiford is the real X factor with the elite scoring chops. Pettiford makes the most of his 19.9 minutes, posting 10 points a game, shooting 38% from the three-point line. Auburn is an outstanding team, but playing in Cameron is different than playing in any other venue. Now, when we look at Duke, Duke has a pair of losses by a combined 8 points to two top 5 ranked teams, as already mentioned, Kansas and Kentucky. The Blue Devils will get another chance to upset a top 5 team in the country, this time in Durham. Since it's in Durham, though, I'd use the word upset. It should have been unseat because Duke is favored here. Now, can these young Dukies respond? I have some real reservations about Duke's point guard play. Jeremy Roach was much maligned over the years, but he would be the perfect piece on this useful squad. Tyrese Proctor isn't the answer as he thrives on catch. He's kind of a catch and shoot guy. Caleb Foster isn't it either as he often looks out of place when running the offense. So that leaves Cooper Flagg handling the ball as the best option. Don't get me wrong, that's not a bad option. Of course, as Flagg leads the team in points, rebounds, assists, steals, and blocks, it has a very good shot to be the number one player picked in next year's NBA draft. But Flagg focuses on playmaking and scoring, leaving the 17-year-old with a fairly loaded plate. Coach John Shire could also use a big performance from his other future lottery pick, Con Newpol. The freshman from Wisconsin is just 13 of 45 from the field and 4 of 25 from 3 in Duke's games against Kansas, Arizona, and Kentucky. Now, some will point to Flagg's late game blunders as the culprit for losing to Kentucky and Kansas, but Newpol needs to play better. Flagg can't do everything alone, and he needs others to help out, and Newpol is the guy that we're waiting to step up. That's what makes this game so tough to pick. We don't know what we're getting from Flagg and Newpol. They're both young guys. This is a big moment, but they're at home this time, which could make a huge difference. Now, what makes the Blue Devils one of the best teams in the country? They have arguably the best defense in college basketball. Duke has an excellent formula for being an elite defense. It has a ton of size. Each player in a rotation is 6'4" or taller, which helps hold opponents 40% from 2-point range, 27% from 3-point range. Plus, Duke has plenty of interior depth with Mason Gillis and Malik Brown. If Malachi was to happen to get into foul trouble. There is no doubt Duke has enough offensive weapons to win this game, especially with how elite it is defensively. Shire will need at least 50 points between Flagg, Proctor, and Newpol, but that's not out of the realm of possibility here, especially at Duke. Now, what we get to pick in this game. Duke being the home team is a huge swing in the Blue Devils' favor. Playing in Cameron Indoor is an arduous task, but the 17-year-old Flagg defending Brome could be an even tougher task. Something has to give, so what will? If Auburn didn't travel to Hawaii and win the Maui Invitational, perhaps I'd take the Tigers. But Colorado and Dayton, two teams who aren't in the same stratosphere as Auburn, came out sloppy in its first two games back from Maui. So coming back from Maui could be a big issue. You just played three games. You've had the big flight from Hawaii. Now you're playing at Duke. We can't ignore the intensity of the games Auburn played. The jet lag and other factors from the feast week activities. Auburn got off the track slow against both Houston and Iowa State, but let a furious comeback to win. The crowd at Duke will not let Auburn get enough momentum to get a double-digit comeback win here. They're going to have to play well from the start. I think Auburn may be the better team, but I like Duke in this game. And if I'm going to bet it, I'm going to bet MGM, the top sportsbook for betting on college basketball or any college sport. You can click on the link in the description down below if you're watching on YouTube. I like Duke minus 2.5 here simply because I think Auburn is going to be tired from the week-long games, the three high-intensity games in Maui. You're coming back 4 days later, and you've got to play at Cameron Indoor Stadium. So I think this game is a complete toss-up. I don't like giving the points, but I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to say the best bet for this game is take the Duke Blue Devils minus 2.5 points. Go to BetMGM, bet it hard because I think Auburn's not going to have any legs tonight, at least not at the start of this game. You could also see him get tired at the end. I like Cooper Flagg to have a big game. I think he goes 20-10 tonight. Duke wins this game 81-76. All right, guys, remember you can follow me at X at Grueling Truth. Like, subscribe, hit the bell notification on YouTube. Go to our Facebook page, thegruelingtruth.com, for all of our sports news, all our betting picks, all our feature articles and top tens. But for now, guys, I'm Mike Goodpaster. You've been watching and listening to The Grueling Truth, where the legends speak.